Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Zsaneta from the All Fashion Talk Show. Here with me today I have Tessa Ray, who is a freelance creative stylist. Tessa, now, earlier on you told me that your background is interior design, but now you're into styling. And yes, how did you get into this?
Well, basically going through high school, you sort of get told to pick a career path, and obviously got to choose a university. So I always had interior design as a big focus. I graduated and I knew it wasn't exactly for me. I needed something a bit more creative. I sort of like problem solving, which interior design does have a bit of problem solving. But I just needed to get out there.
Interior design wasn't enough to satisfy your urge. You want your
an office job at the end of the day. So I just started working at a florist, which was a beautiful sort of outlet. It was, I learnt something new. Yes. And then I met a beautiful and amazing stylist, Anna, who sort of opened the world to me that, styling, that behind all these sort of photographic images and catalogues and magazines, there was a stylist who put that together. So I think that week I called every photographer in the yellow pages. I Googled everything, and there's a lot of photographers.
Just for freelance work, is that what? Just to be a part
like
of their
bridge,
shoots,
almost. Just to sort of talk to people, and then they refer you and so on. And then I end up doing some sort of work experience, I guess, at P&P Digital, which they do all the Kmart catalogues and some Windsor Smith work, fashion work coming in. Which then I did for one solid week, all the Christmas trees that were going to feature in Kmart's, catalogues leading up to Christmas. So I think I decorated.
So you used Kmart's accessories or the Christmas decorations, or did you actually put them up, or did you tell somebody?
No, I was the one that put them up,
okay.
Which is actually a harder job than what it seems, because you sort of look back at the camera and go, there's a blank spot here. You need to make it full and lush, and so then it sort of led from there. And then I met the photographer I was working with said, you should get in contact with a friend. He's a photographer. So I started doing a lot of interior and lifestyle shots through him, which sort of started my folio work. Then and then from there you just sort of meet people, and then I met amazing makeup artist, Melanie Santos, who then I did a fashion photo shoot. She led me into fashion, which then I met a model who needed some more folio work because she was going overseas.
So how long does this go back to, your styling? How long have you been doing it for?
So I've probably been doing styling for probably about a year and a half, but fashion would be about 6-7 months.
What is it about fashion that you love?
It's that end result. I mean, you're working with stunning model,
take it to
the form of the body, just the clothing. I've always loved fashion. I didn't realise that I could really take it further than just being a designer. I didn't realise there was this world of styling, behind the scenes of catwalks, editorial shoots, your Vogue magazines, even
you basically
your
cover a lot of areas because of your interior design, because of your experience with models, photographers. So you basically know where you're coming from, and you know what's needed. Like before when you said nobody notices the small detail, but you notice the small detail that would perfect the image, the look.
And people are more likely to notice that there's something wrong. When it's like
something's missing, they'll notice if it's missing. You'll see it.
You'll see an image if it's like harmonious, it's beautiful, and there's nothing that stands out and looks odd or strange. But then you can flip a page and there's a big blank space, or the model's posture or stance is sort of wrong. You notice that. So I think when you do a good job is when everything just looks beautiful and nothing sort of stands out to be strange or odd.
Okay, so are you saying that this is your favourite part in being a stylist, noticing what it is, or what is your favourite?
I love, as much as it's sort of hard as well, I love sourcing. It's like problem solving. So you work with a photographer or the creative director, and they'll have a brief or an overall look that they want, and so you're the one who has to sort of,
that's what you're
with
doing
makeup
today.
and hair.
That's what you're here for today. You're actually preparing for how many shoots?
I'll have a shoot tomorrow.
And that's the red shoot. That's with all the red gowns.
So it's with 2 models, both agency represented from Scene and Vivian's. Sorry, Giant. Sorry. And that's basically for our folio work. It's a way for us to do what we want to do and sort of show our work and our skills, which will be also submitted to magazines. So we're sort of like the fillers in magazines, online and in print. I have a shoot Saturday morning for
I find
Vella
that interesting.
Professionals.
It's
Which is
very
going to be
raw.
fun. Yeah, it's a beautiful theme. They have some categories, and I'm styling Glamazon, which I guess is sort of like an urban, it's a beautiful independent woman that's sort of an urban and grabbed her materials from just around her and pieced together this ensemble that's polished yet still raw, and rich colours like your bronze, your mustard, some leather as well thrown in there. So that's going to be a lot of fun. That's Saturday morning. I have a beautiful model. And then I have a sort of a wintry shoot for Sunday, which is like
another one for
a
Sunday.
Russian. Yes.
So there's no resting. There's
No.
no day off.
No. If you get a call,
I'd
I don't want to say no
No.
to anything.
But the
Everything
Russian one's
leaves.
interesting.
It's like a Russian Vogue. It's a wintry,
It
cold.
needs snow.
Well, yeah, it's in a studio, so it's probably going to be shot from here up, and it just be woolen and very tight and
Do you
lots
have
of
your makeup artist for
fur.
that? I've got the girl for it.
Oh, really?
Ebony Kay. She'd
Oh.
be there.
Yeah, I'll have to check with the photographer, because normally we're very organised. Call sheets sent out a week ago. Everyone knows what they're doing. So
Where is it? Where's the shoot?
it's at the RMIT studio. So yeah, there's a few
Okay.
good studios around.
Okay, you've just told me a bit about your favourite thing in styling. Now, what's the hardest?
Well, as much as I love doing it as well, it's probably sourcing. You rely a lot on designers.
Do you find
They're
that you've been
lending.
let down?
Yeah, I do. You've been sort of, I guess, worked up, and you think, oh, I'm going to get something. And then I had a delivery of a shoot that I did editorial, and I called a couple of the PRs in Sydney, and one said, yep, everything's been sent to you. And I thought, oh, wow, that was really easy. And I had a big list, because you have some backups as well. And it came, and there was one dress off my list that I picked, and then a couple of other pieces that I couldn't use. And I thought, I thought I had so many. Then I had to go out again and start from scratch and source. Obviously, there was a lot of other designers' pieces that I used.
So you're pretty
You
well
just
set
need
to
to
go
know.
for this weekend? You're fine? You're
Yes,
okay?
I think I'm a little bit more sourcing for Sunday, but should be good.
Okay, Tessa, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Definitely still styling. I guess,
Fashion shoots?
yeah.
Styling fashion shoots? Or just styling? Styling's broad.
Yeah, I don't want to ever limit myself. I haven't really stepped into the world of personal styling.
Wouldn't you love to do?
Yeah, it'd be amazing.
And why is it so big
think
here in Australia? I think it's bigger overseas.
We don't have
Europe
the
and
money.
America.
We don't have the money to just go out there and pay someone to then
To style.
also spend $2,000 on a new wardrobe, but then pay someone for the day or
I'd
2
love
days.
to do that. Maybe our next mission, our next
Yeah.
show would be on that. We'll
Definitely.
style someone, a celebrity or someone.
Well, yeah, and just even everyday people. I think a lot of people can get stuck in
We
a
can
rut.
do that. Nicole, Melissa, Maria, Natalia.
Just
we'll do
people
that.
who say no, like, oh no, I can't wear that, or I'm too broad, or I'm too old for that. Like I think sometimes it's good to have someone else say, hang on a minute, just try this on, just try it on, and then they come out. I think they just need to be sort of pushed a little bit.
Okay. Now this is
yeah.
out of the blue. Would you like to set a date, and we can go out there and record everything?
Yeah, that'd definitely be fun.
And actually style someone, and we let the store know where we are.
Yeah.
And
Well, yeah, because it's a way for their store to be seen as well. Yeah.
Good idea. Very good idea. Okay. Any advice you can pass on to anyone hoping to get into this industry? Tessa?
Networking. I think with any sort of creative
Facebook.
industry, Facebook's a huge thing. I've met so many people. I've had I work with this amazing photographer, Josie Lee, who graduated last year, and her work is beautiful. A lot of her work's been published. She's also worked for a lot of designers and some lingerie companies with their new campaign work in the books. So she just messaged me on Facebook and said, this was last year, so she was in her last year. She's like, I don't know if you have time to work with me. You're probably really busy. And her work's amazing. I couldn't say no. And we've created as well with the makeup and hair stylist Jessica Cramp. We've created some beautiful work. We'll have we done an editorial a few weeks ago, which will be in Collection magazine, which will be able to be purchased at Made Nation, which is very exciting.
Sounds exciting.
That's what you work towards, I guess. Saying, you know, you send off your work and then they email you back saying, yep, it's going to be published. And
Such good news. Oh, I love
and we've
it.
had a lot of our work published, Canada, America as well. So
Really?
yeah, with Zsaneta Downey, which was stunning. That's will be in
Before you
Canada.
showed me, you styled Miss Australia. Oh,
Well,
no,
she's
the contestant.
Samantha. Yeah, she's the finalist, one of the finalists.
One of the finalists.
So she was just in the Herald Sun yesterday. I was flipping the page and I saw she's also the face of BMO, which is a beautiful label. So I was flipping the magazine, the Herald Sun, and I saw her there. So I had to post on Facebook, you know, beautiful
I styled
and
her.
congratulations. And yeah, and she's
Of course.
very, very easy to work with. So relaxed and a little bit goofy and stunning.
She's different, isn't she?
She
She's
has
exotic.
something different. Yeah.
The green
A bit of
eyes, the
Hollywood
tan,
glamour as
Hollywood
well.
glamour.
Beautiful hair and
Mm.
yeah, definitely, she's gorgeous.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you here today, Tessa, and you're watching All Fashion.